Hi, sports fans. You're now tuning in to Chicks in the Sports, the hottest sports show in the A. This is your girl, the self-proclaimed sportsnista, your Gary Thomas, with...
I am Lita Lee, a.k.a. at Lita Wins.
Hi, this is Erica Blunt, the sports diva.
Hey, it's your girl, Alicia Bostic.
Hey, world, it's your sports guru. It's Bonnie, baby.
The game will never be the same. Game on!
Game on, game on. This is your girl, the self-proclaimed sportsnista, Yakiri Thomas, in the building with...
Hey, guys, it's your girl, Bonnie, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, and it's Alicia.
Hi, guys. We have an amazing, amazing show today. We have a wonderful guest that will be dropping by and chatting with us. Aren't you excited?
I am. I can't wait to talk to her.
I know.
I'm so excited.
How's the weather for you guys? Is it warm, cold? What is it?
Yes.
In ATL.
It's yes.
Freezing.
Are you cold? I'm just ready for it to be like sunny and like 70 degrees. I'm over this cloud. I'm over these rain.
I like the cloud with no wind and no sun.
Pollen.
Well, yeah,
everywhere.
minus the pollen, but cloud, no sun, little wind. It's kind of
crazy.
like a chill day.
It's crazy. It's crazy. We definitely want to give a big shout out to Sky, who's entering into his new role of things. Congratulations, Sky.
Well, thank you very much, ladies.
Awesome.
Sky has his Braves jersey on, so it's kind of like opening day for you as a
GM. Opening day.
And I have to thank Alicia for urging me to play baseball because I'm loving it. Thank you so much, Alicia. Just want to tell you.
I'm a doctor on the weekends.
Well, before we get into some crazy, crazy stuff, what do you guys want to start with? Do you want to start with the UGA story about that camera, hidden shower camera?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Let's go ahead with that one.
Okay. Crazy scenario. Almost a month after a hidden shower camera was found at Georgia, an associate equipment manager has been arrested on 4 felony charges. Crazy.
That is ridiculous.
Go Dogs. What's happening with them dogs?
I don't know what's going on with that. I guess he wanted to see something real quick. I don't know.
So, yeah.
Understatement.
So confused by this whole situation because I'm like, I don't know if you're using it for like weird like stuff or if you're like using it to steal secrets about like what guys are talking about in the shower and like selling it to other teams. But you have like a dope job. Why are you going to mess it up by doing something stupid like putting cameras in the shower?
Because they're bored.
It's crazy. And his name is Kevin Purvis. I can go with that in so many different ways. Yes, guy.
And you knew he took the positions to be the equipment manager.
Equipment.
So he thought it was a little bit different.
Right. So many ways we could go with this.
Man,
so many.
That's hilarious.
But I'm just saying, this is a very interesting story to say the least.
To say the least.
But also, he's been there since 2006, and this is not the first type of position that he's held. So he's been with UGA since 2006, but he also held a similar position at Valdosta State. So it makes you wonder, like, did he do the same thing at Valdosta and not get caught?
I know. And they're saying, too, he's still incarcerated on a $16,000 bond. Should he still be incarcerated? Do you think he should not have even gotten a bond? Do you think?
Oh, I have different feelings about anybody kind of like being in jail just because I feel like our system is filled with people that shouldn't be in just shouldn't be in jail for whatever reason. Yeah. Of course there should be consequences, but the jail is filled with just kind of miscellaneous things. So indifferent about it. There should be consequences to what he did, of course, like there should be a fine for sure, but I don't think he should bail out. Not that easy.
So,
not that easy.
I just think it's upsetting because that is a total invasion of privacy, 100%. So, according to a statement by a UGA spokesperson, no student athletes were victims in this incident, but that still doesn't make it better that someone was a victim.
Right.
So you think about the Erin Andrews case where she dealt with the same thing at the hotel, and it completely wrecked her life. So whoever was the person that came forward who found these cameras, they're remaining anonymous, but I wonder what type of impact that made on that specific person.
I know, but for her, didn't she come out like $million richer
Right,
after the?
I know, but that doesn't make it any better.
I think money doesn't cover up how you feel,
Yes,
or you know, how you are affected.
Because that is an invasion of your privacy
Exactly.
at the end of the day, and you know that should have never
happened.
been done. I mean, what was he doing? Some kind of study of women anatomy?
Of course.
Well, it was in the
Or-
football. It was in the football complex.
Oh.
So it was in the men's shower area of the football complex.
So he was doing a study on the men anatomy?
It's just shady
Yeah,
altogether.
it's shady.
And I
Yes.
Even if it was for the benefit of secrets, like
Why?
whatever their plans are, their plays or whatever, it's still just shady. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong.
Totally agree.
So, yeah.
In agreement with
when
that.
you have a great job, don't be
Exactly.
stupid.
Don't be stupid,
I
right?
have talked about that all week long because I feel like there has been story after story that has come out of guys in awesome positions to make an impact or to have a great career, and then they do stupid stuff like planting cameras in showers
Just insane.
and getting in trouble. And I'm like, come on, man.
I know.
It's
Why?
Sunday night football. Come on, man.
Get over this.
Or
Get
Monday,
over this.
Monday night.
No, let's talk about Steph Curry. He's out for the rest of the season, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately,
Regular.
It's his
Regular
annual
season.
Regular.
hasn't hit the season yet, but he's out. His ankles are out. This is not a new thing for us. We know that Curry is
This is
prone to injury.
I know.
he was out with a
crucial times.
Is it Steph?
he was out with an MRI.
Yes.
Like a MCL injury.
MCL
Came
sprain.
back
Sprained his
first
ankle.
game back from his ankle injury, playing against the
Okay.
Hawks, and then big 7-foot center just accidentally fell on his feet and yeah, I know, and just
flopped.
that is the most upsetting thing. Can you imagine being a teammate and being responsible for hurting your star player Steph Curry?
I know. It's devastating within itself, but I think you should be fine. The
Well, yeah.
Warriors will bounce back.
I think
as
definitely they
usual.
have Kevin Durant.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
You know, a lot of them did say though that without Steph Curry, they do play differently, and I mean, he's a key player on their
Right,
team.
of course
and
he is. That's Steph.
He definitely makes an impact with the players, and they play differently when he's on there. But Kevin Durant's definitely going to step up. He averages about 28 points. So,
Well, that's if he can stay in the game. He's been ejected twice
if he can
recently. Yeah,
well,
stay. He'll be fine.
I know.
he
but-
knows that this is a good time to stay in the game because Curry is not in the game. So,
Well, this is not the first time that Steph Curry has suffered an MCL sprain. He also had a grade 1 during 2016.
Yes.
The NBA playoffs. He was out for 15 days. So obviously this is a grade 2 MCL sprain. So he's going to be out for at least 3 weeks, which puts him back if he recovers fully in those 3 weeks during the opening week of the playoffs.
It's crazy.
But I have no doubt Aisha is the best person if you are hurt to be taking care of you. He's going to
course.
be eating well.
Absolutely.
So
She'll
And
be
he'll
fine.
He'll
then
still be getting
isn't she
his
pregnant?
workouts
She'll be.
and all
They'll
that.
be enjoying some nice eat. She'll probably cook for him. She's a great chef, so it'll be fine.
Oh yeah,
We can foresee
I
him
love
back
her.
soon. You love
I do
Aisha?
love her.
Well,
and
you
I follow
know,
all her recipes. Not that I can make any of them, but
is it really complex? I mean, what's
it's not. But if you don't have the ingredients, it's definitely not going to taste like Aisha Curry. So, but I love her.
so what type of food? Just off record.
random.
What does she?
I know she does. One time I was watching this kind of like a gumbo that I really thought was good. I'm not a big gumbo person, but when she did it, I was like, I would
That looks
probably
really good.
actually try that.
Okay.
So
she does a little mixing and mingling.
she does. She
of
does
things.
different things, and she came out with her cookbook.
Awesome.
Which I thought was really dope. I should totally check that out.
Yeah,
but
we
she came
all
out with the
should.
cookbook. I like that she does her own thing separate than Curry. She's
Yeah.
not just a basketball wife. She is
Has her
Aisha Curry
own-
of
yeah.
her own.
I love
and
that.
she has her own show. Like she does her thing.
Yeah,
So,
and that's important.
kudos to you.
Yeah, kudos to Aisha out there representing the women.
There you go. There you go.
Now let's talk about Dennis Schroder.
Oh my gosh, no,
Dennis
he is my
Schroder.
favorite.
Okay, this is the exact thing that I was talking about whenever I'm saying you are in a great position and you do something stupid like get in a fight outside of a hookah bar in Brookhaven.
And it doesn't.
In Brookhaven.
Yeah.
At
Come
that.
on.
In
I
Brookhaven.
was so shocked when I heard that story because
And
he
they
doesn't
said he
even look like
initiated it.
him.
They
Dennis
said
Schroder.
he initiated
What?
it.
He doesn't even look like an aggressive type person.
don't know if he doesn't look aggressive.
To me, he
I
just
could totally
doesn't.
see him
You
probably.
can see that?
Yeah.
Dennis?
With the hair
Oh
and the
my
highlight,
gosh.
I could totally see it going.
Oh my gosh, look at this guy.
I'd be
I was shocked. I was shocked and taken aback. I was like, oh my gosh, Dennis?
But here's another example, as Ashley said.
Alicia.
Sorry,
My sister's name is Ashley. She's probably tuning in. So what's up, Ashley?
Hey, Ashley, I was speaking to you. But as Alicia did say, just making stupid decisions.
Yeah.
This bothers me only because
Right.
you have younger athletes looking up to you, younger kids looking up to you, and you go out and you kind of just do this. Like, what kind of example are you setting? And then, of course, what is he going to probably get a fine, come back out, pay it, pay all the fines, and then he's back to playing? I don't see any punishment really going for this one. So
We'll say he's convicted. The maximum penalty is 20 years in
Years in
prison.
prison,
So this
yeah.
is not something that is
but
just like
do we really think he's going to get 20 years?
off the cuff. I mean, the guy tore his ACL.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think, if anything, it'll be civil suits against him.
I don't think he's going to get any
He's going to have a good
time.
attorney that's going to probably
I highly doubt he's getting
get
any
him off.
time.
But
he's got enough money to
the
get
NBA's collective bargaining agreement
that's
says
different.
that if you are convicted of a violent felony, you're suspended for a minimum of 10 games,
Yeah,
and that's
that will
not
happen.
that's not counting his contract, which there's definitely stipulations.
Yeah, for sure.
in
Yeah,
that
of course.
if
It
you
can
get in
definitely
trouble.
alter
It's going to
everything.
definitely affect him as far as career-wise
Career-wise.
at being an athlete. But anything else, I don't see that
I
happening.
think he's going to really lawyer up, and it's going to be a lesser
Fight it.
charge.
Yeah, he's going to
for
fight it,
sure.
for sure.
But again, I was very shocked that the DA did want to move forward with these charges. Again, felony aggravated battery for this incident. Serious charge.
I mean, he hurt them.
Yeah.
Like, he hurt the person.
And
I was
it was
shocked.
and it's 1 against 4.
yeah. Now that's what's
He
even
didn't
worse
stand a
about that.
chance.
Now I was thinking perhaps he wasn't the person that actually did it. Maybe he was with the guys.
He
that
They have
started it.
video
He started
footage
it.
of
had
him
Oh,
pushing
video
the guy
footage
first.
of
Oh,
him starting
great.
it.
So I'm just
I
wondering.
want to know
Help
what
you out
did
here,
he do to
Dennis.
you? What did he do to you for
that
you
you
to
got
even just
so
exactly
heated. Oh,
Well, I
the
just
hookah
think
must have went to his head.
you, as an athlete, you have to know that you have higher stakes at risk.
For sure.
You are leading the Hawks in scoring with 19.4
Yes.
points a game and assists with 6.2 this season. It's not worth getting in a bar fight and convicted of a felony to prove a point.
right. And he's the last of the Mohicans for the Atlanta Hawks at this point of the
Absolutely.
players that were of that team that we once knew before they
So
blew
what?
up
I
that
wonder
team.
what this holds for the Hawks now. Because
I know.
I mean, I feel like he's a very influential key player.
I think
he
so, but
moves
I
well
think-
with the ball, and he definitely dominates the court.
Honestly,
So-
I think they will probably make some changes. I think so.
Let's see
I
who
think
steps
so.
up.
Yeah, for sure. Now on to the next topic. What is our next topic? Alicia, give us a topic.
I
Give
think
us
we
a
got to
topic.
talk about Michael Bennett. We're talking about people that make stupid
Oh,
decisions.
yeah.
Continuing the roster.
Of dumb decisions.
I have a
What is
couple of
going
happy
on?
stories in my pocket that we're going to end on a high note with. But
great.
let's just dish it out about Michael Bennett. Former Seahawks defensive end has been indicted by a grand jury in Texas. He's accused of pushing a 66-year-old paraplegic woman who was controlling access on the field at Super Bowl 51 in Houston.
Interesting.
Extra note: her wheelchair did not flip over.
Okay.
Just saying.
She did, however, suffer a shoulder sprain.
Yes, she did.
So there's a lot of things to dish out here because I feel like when there's smoke, there's fire. However,
I laugh because initially they do that. Allegedly, they say that he was very excited to
was
go
excited.
celebrate with his brother,
Yeah.
and I could totally see a big guy. How much does this guy probably weigh?
I mean, he's a defensive end. He's
Yeah.
at least two.
he's more
Yes,
than 300
like-
pounds if
Right,
he's a
right.
defensive end.
Man, he's a slim defensive end.
Yeah, I was say maybe I'm pushing like 260, 280.
Yeah.
But regardless, that's heavy. If we're hitting 300, we're still like, okay. So, I mean, I can only imagine somebody being excited and just not even recognizing what's going on around him. And of course, this little
Poor,
60
fragile
just
60-year-old.
kind of flies off, and whoever else, the other people he pushed. But he was excited. I feel like this is an accident, and I just
You
don't
think it's an accident? I do.
No.
Okay.
You feel like he
no.
purposely
What-
just
what-
go?
what happened?
100%.
Really?
You're at the Super Bowl. You're
Okay.
celebrating your brother's victory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for that.
Right.
I'm going to say that Michael Bennett had probably had a couple beverages.
Okay.
And also, it's alleged that he told the people, you all must know who I am, and I can
Yeah.
do this stuff.
Right.
I'm going down on the field whether you like it or not. Here's what I think.
What do you think?
I think that this is a guy who plays in the NFL that thinks that he doesn't have to follow the rules. I'm with the Houston Chief of Police saying that I just think that he just thinks that he doesn't have to, that the rules don't apply to him.
Wow. Okay.
Because all that was asked of him is to use a different entrance to the field.
Okay.
They said you can't come down on the field this way.
She did tell her another way. Go the
So it's not saying
way.
you can't come down on the field. It's not saying that you can't be excited and go celebrate with your brother. It's asking you to abide by the rules because I don't care if you're Michael Bennett or you Carrie Thomas. No. I was saying like
Shay, no, just joking.
Stars, both superstars. But you would never
I know,
push
right?
someone. For
I would
no
never
reason.
push anyone for no reason,
Right.
At all. You know,
274 pounds.
And how? I'm just asking, wondering how much this poor 66-year-old fragile
90?
young.
Okay, but I'm also I have some problems with the language of this because we're calling her elderly and she's 66. She's not really elderly.
Really?
You know, I think they're pushing elderly
right.
because she's in the wheelchair and she's 66. It's just kind of like,
to me,
it's probably my grandma.
To be honest, I think we're opening the door to that. Okay, I think she is eligible for AARP. Isn't that like your?
I'm not
No, but
entirely
don't you think
sure.
it's like a little bit dramatic to be like, oh, this elderly woman? She's not like she's obviously healthy enough to be like working Super
there.
Bowl.
But so is
Very
the
true.
Walmart greeters.
We're not gonna push. We're not gonna push our way into Walmart either.
I don't know.
I've seen some people with their carts.
I know
run people's toes
and
over,
to be honest, they are very aggressive.
They are in Walmart.
The Walmart
especially
greeters,
Black Friday.
And they're like, hold up, wait, Miss Thomas. You
I love when they try to check your receipt.
I know, let
You're
me
just
see
like,
your
what are you-
receipt.
did you really count my items? Okay.
I know. And I'll say, okay, so what do we call her? She's in her golden years.
I mean, it's just interesting
Older
that the
woman?
language we're talking about a woman who is elderly. We're calling her paraplegic, and
Okay,
we're
she
highlighting
is.
the fact that she's a woman. So you're hitting like 3 major hot topics.
Yes.
So I think that it could be a little bit exaggerated, but there was a police officer who filed a report, but there's no photos, there's no videos from the incident. Mm-hmm. But here's my thing.
Okay.
Michael Bennett. Mm-hmm. This is a charge that carries a hefty penalty. If you're found guilty, you're going to get hit with a $10,000 fine.
Interesting.
And up to 10 years in prison. And also, you're having to put your book tour on hold. He just wrote a book called Things That Make White People Uncomfortable. And,
oh, gosh, okay.
And he was set to make an event Monday to promote his new book. And
Yes.
since turning himself in and being arrested,
You can't do that.
he's not doing that. Also, you just got traded to a brand new team in the Eagles who didn't know that this whole situation was going on. So for the Seahawks to want to quiet things down and trade Bennett away, it's interesting that he's making so much noise.
You know, but I guess the thing about it, yes, she is a paraplegic. We'll give her that. According to the Associated Press, they issued elderly, not you, Carrie, elderly.
That was their word.
That was their words. But the thing about it, you know, again, it should have not happened. Of course,
shouldn't have
it was an
happened.
accident. I think it wasn't something that he really meant to do.
I don't feel that
I kinda
either.
think it
And
was
I think that the article you may have read and the article I may have read are wording them very differently because the way that I read the article was not in an intentional way. It was not in a like, oh my gosh, move out the way. It was worded very much so that he wanted to celebrate with his brother, ran out on the field, and I mean, a 275 pound. I mean, running out on the field is probably pushing somebody out the way. So I think the wording there is for sure going to.
I just think if you want to go celebrate, just do it the right way. Just go through the right entrance.
You know, I agree. I totally agree to disagree.
Of course,
I'm all about agreeing to disagree.
Oh, Alicia!
I'm excited to find out how this unfolds because for them to indict him, it means that there's obviously enough evidence to go to court. So there's probably stuff that we don't.
Sometimes because he's an athlete and they're going to shine that type of light just because. I sincerely don't feel like he would just go and do that. I feel that way.
Yeah.
Again, through what I've read.
But Alicia. Because honestly, you know, I've been on the other side of, not me in particular, but my brother is an attorney. And I've seen situations where people were indicted and I didn't think they would have been indicted, but certain evidence come across certain people's desks, and they look at it and they're like, yeah, maybe he should be when it should. So it's just, so again, sideways. That's why the court is
and maybe he's turning himself in because he genuinely feels this way. Because I mean, if I didn't mean to hit you and like now I'm about to be indicted, I might turn myself in and be like, hey, look, this is really what happened, but of course, it got sideways. People got cross-eyed and started saying crazy stuff.
Also, they made things way worse. If he's turning himself in, don't cuff him.
Yeah,
might as well. I mean, he's not trying to rebel.
There, right? Let's just let him go in. Such a hot topic today. Chelsea, are you tweeting? This is hot. Coming up next, our special guest will be in the building. We're going to a quick break.
It's your girl, Bonnie, baby.
And Alicia. Yes. Nice. We're going to agree to disagree the rest of the show.
404-603-8770. Call us. We are here, Chicks in the Sports. Let's go.
We all know someone who struggles with math, and we also know how important math is. So whether it's a young child that needs a solid foundation or an older student that needs more support, I Am Unique Virtual Learning Center is the place for you. From the comforts of your own home, you'll have live sessions with professional math instructors that will support your learning needs no matter what your math capability is. Full interactive audio, visual, and classroom capabilities will allow any student to feel like they are in their own personal classroom. I Am Unique Virtual Academy. We don't teach math. We use math to teach students how to be successful.
That's IMUNIQUE.net. Call to schedule a tutoring session now. 678-999-6549. That's 678-999-6549.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hi, Sport.
Hey, yo, what's good? This is the mayor right here, East Coast repping to the fullest, and I'm in the Chicks in the Sports, and right about now, you're locked in the Chicks in the Sports. Go ahead and do what you do, ladies. Rock out.
Let me hear you say. Ladies all across the world, listen up, we're looking for recruits. If you're women, let me see your hands up and salute.
Yes, we're back. Chicks in the Sports is back in the building. I'm your girl, the self-proclaimed sportsnista with.
It's your girl, Bonnie, baby.
And Alicia Boston.
Yeah, so we have an amazing guest today. This girl is on the move, doesn't do her justice. A woman on a mission is an understatement. Atlanta-based master colorist Christen Abbott is leading the charge on innovative hair hues. Some artists use paintbrush and blank canvases to create beauty, but this one of a kind hair colorist uses skills and a broad pigment palette to make every woman's or man's hair their best accessory. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Christen Abbott to the Chicks in the Sports Show. Yeah. How are you today?
How are you guys?
Yes, we are just wonderful, and we're happy you're here.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me today.
Yes. Well, we were doing our research on you, and you're pretty doggone impressive, right, guys?
Yes, absolutely.
I got stuck in crazy traffic, and I'm going to need you to do my roots because I sprouted gray hair on the way into the show.
I got you covered.
Okay. Now, question for you, with all these, celebrities here at Atlanta, is there anyone that we would know that you've done hair roots?
I've worked with upcoming artists mostly.
Love it.
Like Coco Kids.
Mm-hmm.
I've also worked with Robert Givens on a movie set.
Ooh, love it.
I've also worked with, if I'm not mistaken, his name is not Travis Porter, I believe. Back in the day, I did some video shoots for them. So I'm in the mix.
You're in the mix. You're in the mix. Now, how did you start with this career? What was your aha moment?
Well, I started when I was younger. It was something I always liked doing. My grandmother was actually the person who let me just do anything to her hair. My mom had long hair. She would never let me do it. So my grandma would let me fry and dye.
Oh, wow.
Whatever I wanted. So my passion just became from hair. It just makes me happy. I like to make women enhance their beauty because we're already beautiful, but just enhance it, things of that nature. And when it comes to coloring, it's very therapeutic for me. It takes me to another place. I turn my music on and I'm just doing me.
Oh, I love it. Now, coloring, the grays. I am a gray woman myself, and the grays are the worst to get out of your head. What do you recommend for us that have gray hairs?
Depends on what your lifestyle is. If you're a person who doesn't like to go to the salon a lot, or if you're a person who doesn't mind going to the salon, which some clients they don't like the hassle of going to the salon. I would do a demi versus a permanent because permanents are more damaging for the hair.
Oh, really?
Where demis are less permanent, but it lasts longer also, but it's not as damaging as a permanent was. So if a client who doesn't like to come to the salon, they're 9 out of 10, they're not likely to take care of their hair at home. Versus a person who comes on the regular, that's fine because she comes for regular maintenance to get conditioning, things of that nature.
Now, demi, are you talking, is that you're referring to more like a temporary color? Is it like
yes,
okay.
it's not
It's not permanent.
Yeah, you have semi, you have demis, you have permanent. So it's in between the demi and semi-permanent.
Got it.
Okay, so what kind of products would you recommend for women that have natural hair that are colored? Because I know a ton of girls that have natural hair, they color it, and it burns it.
My thing is, there's a technique that I actually do, and I can't tell. I won't give it out. Because I have an upcoming class coming this April.
Okay, awesome.
But there's a technique that I use when it comes to coloring permanent hair that I do afterwards. But at home, my favorite product really is Pantene.
Okay.
Love it.
I like the sleek and smooth, and also the Pantene for natural women. I like those. I'm just
They
being
smell
honest.
good, too.
They really do.
Yeah,
I like those. Very
actually
good
gotten
conditioner.
better. Like
they have over the years. Yes,
yeah,
they really
I've
have.
noticed that. So,
and when you get to coming to professional lines, I love Paul Mitchell.
Okay,
That's my line that I like, and they have different categories and different products for different things.
Love it.
Awesome.
Alicia, have any questions?
I just want to know, aside from getting your hair done, or you started at a young age, when did you know that this was going to be a career? When did it become a reality for you?
Actually, in high school, I was doing hair, and my family was college.
Yes.
But at the time, I wish they would have listened to me. And at the time, I attended Albany State University. I was like, let me go to hair school first, and that way I can make my money while I'm in school, on campus. And when I went to school for that first year, I was just like, this is not me. It was just a difference. So that's when I guess to high school and my first year of college is when I was like, here's what I want to do. Because I wanted to eat, sleep, hair.
And I think that's a passion, right?
Right,
That's the passion, so it's never work because it's what you enjoy doing. I'm sorry.
That's good. It says in your bio that you started your first salon when you were 20.
Actually, 19.
Oh,
My first business at 19. My first salon at 20. Yes.
First salon at
amazing.
20. What is that like tackling such a crazy competitive business at such a young age?
To be honest, when you're doing it, you don't. Now that I look back at my bio, I'm like, I want to cry because I'm like, wow, girl, you've accomplished a lot. At 19, most people don't even think of that.
Of course.
But I was working for a young lady, and when I saw her, I was like, I could do the same thing. And I just went out, asked for a location, paid my rent, and it was on from there.
Wow.
So what kind of advice would you give other entrepreneurs that are possibly wanting to do
Go
that
with
as
your
well?
dreams. Do not let your family hold you back.
Or
Believe
anyone,
in yourself.
right?
Anybody. Believe in yourself. If it's something that you want to do, you're going to make a way. And whoever you believe in, I believe in God, but everybody has their own, passion or religion. Whoever you believe in, just believe in that and just move. Just keep it going because you're going to always have tribulations and things that's going to step in front of you or discourage you. Somebody might say, oh, no, you can't have this spot. And you'll just be like, oh, I ain't gonna make it. But God might have another location for you that's something bigger and brighter. But just always stay positive, stay prayed up and just believe in yourself. That's all you can do.
I love that.
Okay, so name a celebrity hairstyle right now that you love.
Bomb.
My favorites are bobs. So one with bob. Anybody can kill a bob.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't really have a favorite. I don't really kind of get too much into celebrity trends because they change up so much. Today they might be blonde, tomorrow they might be blue. So I don't get kind of saying that.
Okay, so question for you. As far as women of a certain age and color, do you think we should be wearing pink like women that's almost 40? Are we more, can we wear pink?
Yes, you can.
Purple?
I was in the nail salon and I seen this lady. She was every bit of 65.
Oh,
and
wow.
she had purple hair.
Ooh.
And I said, ma'am, I just want to tell you, I love your hair. She said, thank you. So color is not age. It doesn't matter.
Right.
If it looks good on you, you can wear it.
I love it because right now we have entered into an era where there's so many different colors. And I'm just looking like, oh my gosh, could I wear pink? Could I really rock the blue?
It
my
depends
kids
on
be
shade.
like, oh my gosh.
It depends on shade. And I like to tell people, Google has everything. So go into Google and put dark-skinned girl with pink hair and just see what shade or play around. Go to the beauty supply store, play in wigs, and just see which one fits you.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. I love it.
And it's also the way you wear it.
That's true.
The way
That's
you wear
true.
it.
I love that. Are you ready to talk sports? Are you ready?
Sure, I kind of did my research.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. She's ready, y'all.
She's ready.
Well, we'll talk with it. We'll try to make it simplified. How about last week we were supposed to talk about Aaron Hernandez. You know, that whole really long documentary. It was a 2-part series. There was allegations that he was actually gay. Of course, he ended up killing himself, hanging himself in his cell, and also, the autopsy report says he had the worst case of CTE ever seen, ever documented. Let's get into those things right now. Who saw that? Did any of you see the documentary?
I unfortunately have not got to watch the documentary.
I watched it. This whole case was very, very interesting to me because I remember back whenever he was first accused and arrested of going through the whole trial on television.
Sad.
Because he was a household name. Everyone knew who Aaron Hernandez was. He was a huge college star. Then he gets arrested, and then the whole him going to jail and now it coming out that he was gay is interesting because he has a wife and kids.
Yeah.
Right, so his wife is...
Yeah.
So that's really, really hard to take
as
a wife to think and be like, oh my gosh, I thought I knew this person and now this comes out, or maybe she knew and we don't know anything.
Yeah. And then certain people relationship too, being honest in the world that we live in. Some people are fine with their significant other, so we don't know the dynamics. Yeah, she could have known. But I guess the thing about it, still in the world that we live in, there are people that are targeted and made fun of, and because of their sexuality, especially if you're one of these big guys that's supposed to be
a football
player. You know what I mean? You're not supposed in there. I guess stereotypical mindset. You're not supposed to be gay. So I think in his defense, I'm sure that was a hard walk for him. They're saying that he was molested as a kid, which helped or triggered some things that he could not fight within himself or fight on his own. He probably should have gotten help. I'm just, again, I think it's still a sad story. It's a sad story because the guy that was murdered, his family will never see him again.
Exactly.
Aaron Hernandez ended his life, and honestly, I really think he was about to get off. I believe his lawyer was about to get him really off. I don't know what would happen to his career, but I do believe that he probably would have.
There would have been no justice for the family.
It would have been, still a sad story all the way around. Now, CTE, so provident. Alicia, throwing it to you because you are big.
Throwing it to me.
Yes, football, CTE.
Yes, football, CTE.
Let's talk about that.
Well, before I go to that, I want to say that's why I think whenever a couple weeks ago we talked about Kevin Love coming out talking about panic attacks and how important it is that athletes speak out about having mental health issues. The same thing goes for Aaron Hernandez. Imagine if we would have normalized dealing with certain things and not having to put on this facade of being a tough football player. But also, CTE, interesting fact because it is reported that he is the worst case at his age, but you can't study CTE until the person is dead. So I think that the only reason that this is getting so much hype is because he's the only 27-year-old that we've actually studied their brain.
Right? Yeah, it's crazy.
Which is upsetting, but also you're not really... You don't have a wide variety of data to actually draw on.
That's true. That's true. I'm throwing it to our special guest. And what do you have to say about that?
I'm amazed that he was
Christen?
27 and he's going through a brain injury that is so severe, and for his family that's a lot to have been molested and you've been holding that secret and then it just comes out. That's a lot.
It is, and I think too a lot of it's sad to say, I believe, and all of us probably agree, a lot of football players and people that are in sports probably actually suffer from CTE. You just
don't know it.
Yes,
absolutely. Just, because this is, you have to think at the impact of those guys getting hit repeatedly over and over and over again.
Right. And that's why it's so important too. The NFL just made recent changes with the helmets, which
that's what
I don't know if that's necessarily going to make a difference, because I think that you can't underplay guys constantly hitting each other.
I don't think it's going to make a huge difference in the CTE part as far as don't tuck your head before contact, because there's too much contact going on regardless. And I mean, I don't think it's going to really make much of a difference there. But I mean, at least they're trying. At least we see strides to moving forward to research, to being able to really just like understand CTE and possibly just really own in on how to
awareness.
prevent it.
Yeah, awareness.
You know?
And the thing about it too is just like this thing, just think those guys have been probably playing since they were babies, little kids,
Yes.
So this that is really the outcome of what has happened from years and years of hits.
And I know people have seen that movie with concussion.
Yes.
Right. And so that's just a prime example of I feel like that's a snippet because we really only got to see it through a movie, and that's a drama. So people don't.
That movie is spot on.
Yeah, it's spot on. Sure. But I feel like a lot of people may forget about it, or they just don't remember that movie as being. This is something that actually happens in people's lives. So.
I know from personal experience, my dad is actually going through the lawsuit with the NFL. But the testing that they do for CTE players currently that are still living, you fit into certain categories. So there's things you'll either develop dementia or Alzheimer's, and if you don't, or the last one is ALS, and if you don't fit into these specific precursors for CTE, then you don't technically qualify for the lawsuit, which is interesting too because there are so many symptoms, and I'm sorry if you're listening, Dad, but I'm totally calling you out because I can ask my dad, what did you eat for lunch today? And it'll be nighttime, and he'll be like, I don't know. Aww. But he can tell me exactly what happened at 1982, and we were 4th and 16, and Riggins threw a wide out to do it, and it so it's just, if you don't think it's real, it is.
It is real.
And I know it's such a new study that we don't have enough information to make judgments, and I think that the game is doing what it can within reason to become safer. But also, too, people love the big hits.
That's what I know,
we watch highlights.
We watch
to see people
get
get hit.
Exactly.
We want to see we want to hear the hits that make the noise. And
but I've also heard the hits that make the most noise actually aren't the ones that hurt the most. It's the ones that you can't really hear.
We want to watch Jadeveon Clowney tackle someone so hard that his helmet falls off, and we want to see those big hits. So within reason, yes, but I also think it's something that you sign up for. You understand what the risk is. Not that it makes it better, but
you chose to play that contact, full physical contact sport because
there's no way around it, But in the end, we have a caller on the line. Oh, amazing! Hello, caller.
Hi, I am just wanting to call in and wish you ladies a good, happy Friday and to let Christen know that I am excited about seeing what all she's got going on in her salon.
Yeah,
hello, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
welcome.
caller, for calling in. Do you have any specific questions for Christen?
Well, okay, so where's your mind as far as the stage of celebrities and their hairstylists nowadays? We see all the jazzy colors on everybody. What's good, what's bad, what's a no-no as far as hair color goes? Do certain skin tones do better with certain colors? Stuff like that.
Yes, that's actually what I was telling her earlier. It just depends on your complexion. And my thing is just always go to Google or just go and play in different colors. But I've seen so far there haven't been any celebrities that who have had messed up hair colors that I didn't really like. But as far as that's the best thing you can do is just Google and just play in color.
I love that.
And see what looks good for you. Okay, all right. Well, thank you, ladies. I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you very much, caller. Now, question for you, how's, I guess, that world of coloring and everything, what is a big no-no for people that try to do colors on their own? Is that something, right?
Yes. What's a good product to use if you are going to color on your own?
Yeah, this is the thing. You have box color and you have professional color.
Okay.
Box color has a standard 20 volume developer in it. Whereas when you're doing your professional, you have 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And so what people go wrong in coloring your hair, a lot of people go in and just put the color all over. That's a no-no. Because if you put it close to the scalp, it's going to, your scalp gives off heat. So it's going to process faster than it would in the mid shaft and the end.
That's that warm sensation I feel. That was what I felt.
You must start in the midsection and ends first and then do your your roots last. So a lot of people go wrong with that. So that's a number one tip that I see a lot of people doing. They be like, oh, my hair is light, but my roots are too light.
Exactly. I've seen that several times. I know one time, when I had longer when I had I have a short haircut
And I love your
now.
hair.
Thanks. But I had a weave, and I had my platform was human trafficking at the time, and I was doing blue hair because it was that's the national color for human trafficking. So I decided to do it on my own. I was like, oh, it's just gonna be a little streak. I'm totally gonna work this thing, go get the box, and it was green, and I was like, why is it green? It's supposed to be blue.
It happened. Did you have color previously?
No, it was just natural color weave. And it turned green, but I completely did not know what I was doing. Number one, I was over here just painting a nice little solid
What color
streak.
line did you use? Did you remember?
The one in the white with the red.
Adore?
Yes.
This is the thing about Adore. I love Adore colors. However, they have different undertones in their colors.
That's what he was
So what
telling
you
me.
see, sometimes it might be blue, but it might have a lot of green in it. So
Yeah.
it will come out. You have to be
very careful.
Very
I
careful
have to
with
give it to
Adore.
a professional.
Yeah.
nonetheless,
Shamelessly
because I was-
plug. Tell us if we try to dye our hair at home and we mess it up, where can we come see you?
Yes.
You can follow me on Instagram at the Hair Bank. Also, I'm actually changing my name to the Color Whip.
Okay.
I wanted something that I like Color Whip.
Yeah, whip it up.
I've had an issue with another company having the same name, and I spelled mine's different. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to change the Color Whip, and I like that because it's about color.
Oh, yeah.
It's about beauty, just different colors of hues and things of that nature. So
I like that.
The Instagram for right now is thehairbank.com. Well, my website is thehairbank.com, and my Instagram is thehairbank.
Love it. Love it. Quick question. So you color your hair. Just a scenario. You color your hair, and it turns out green for Siobhan. Can Siobhan turn around and try to recolor her hair? What will happen if that happens?
Depends on what she's doing. Yes, she can. Depends
really?
on where you're going.
Okay.
Now, this is the thing. Have you guys ever seen somebody who has colored their hair and maybe it came out green? Let's say she was blonde or she was red and want to go a different color, and it turns out green. Sometimes that happens. What happens is the undertone, red cancels out green, green cancels out red.
That's where it gets
Didn't know
confusing
that.
because if you don't know what cancels, then you end up with something else.
So if you have
It's
green,
not the rainbow,
you would take
folks.
a little red color,
Yeah.
and whatever color you're doing, it's going to cancel out that green.
See,
So it just depends because they have different scenarios when it comes to coloring. Sometimes people can have demarcation lines. It just depends, but Google.
Okay.
Or ask a professional.
Yes.
So please go to a professional. Go to a professional licensed stylist so they can tell you what's going on.
What's the craziest, I guess, scenario that's come into your shop or that you had to deal with color?
Good question.
Okay, so actually someone I knew came in. She had colored her hair.
By herself?
By herself.
Oh.
Her ideal color was to go lavender. However, she had some lavender and she had some brown. Different little spots. So we had to go in and do a corrective coloring, which took about 3 different processes. But we came out and it came out a blonde, even the color that she wanted to get. That's what she was going for at the time, but it came out 2 different colors. It was a hot mess. But we accomplished it, and she loves her color now.
Love it. Again, plug in your where we can find you one more time so the listeners can remember.
It is at the Hair Bank. It is TheHairBank, or thehairbank.com.
Love it. Now, coming up, we have the birthdays in WNBA news, and you're hanging out with us, right? Because we got the 5 for 5 for you.
I'm here.
All right, let's go.
Hey, my name is Ulrich Johnson, former NFL player, singer, actor, and you're listening to Chicks into Sports.
It's that time in the show, and you know what it is. Birthdays! And to kick it off today, we have to take it back to 1940 in Middletown, Ohio, where the one, the only, Jerry Lucas was born. The Ohio State forward led the Buckeyes to the 1960 College National Championship and 3 NCAA Finals. During his college years, Lucas also starred on the 1960 gold medal-winning U.S. Olympic basketball team, and today he remains the only 3-time Big Ten Player of the Year and was also named NCAA Player of the Year twice. As a professional, Lucas was named All-NBA First Team 3 times, an NBA All-Star 7 times, was the 1964 NBA Rookie of the Year, and was the MVP of the All-Star Game in 1965. Jerry Lucas turned 78 today. Speaking of records, the man who holds the record for the most red cards by a Real Madrid player, Sergio Ramos, turns 31 today. A longtime fixture and captain of Real Madrid and Spain's national team, Ramos won the World Cup in 2010 and was part of winning the European Championship in 2008 and 2012. The most impressive part of all of this is that in all these winnings, he either scored a goal or was the major assist. And for all you FIFA fans listening in, FIFA's official records confirm that Ramos has been clocked at sprinting at a speed of 19 miles an hour. Not too bad for a 31-year-old. It has been a week of celebrations for the boy who is straight out of Compton, Richard Sherman, celebrating the Dirty 30 today, but not before tying a knot earlier this week to longtime girlfriend Ashley in the Dominican Republic. The Seattle Seahawk turned San Francisco 49er has the most interceptions and defended passes of any active player since entering the league in 2011. During his time as a member of the Seattle Seahawks, Sherman was part of the Legion of Boom, the Seahawks starting secondary, which contributed to Seattle having the best pass defense in the NFL in 2013. The unit also helped secure the Seahawks' 43-8 win over the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48. Happy birthday, Richard Sherman! And last, but certainly not least, on a totally unsports-related note, Celine Dion is celebrating the Big 5-0 today. So near, far, wherever you are, we hope that you are celebrating because our hearts here at Chicks Into Sports go on for Celine Dion. Happy birthday! On this day in sports history, Westchester, New York became the birthplace of American golf thanks to John T. Reed opening up the very first golf course in 1889. It all started on a warm February day in a cow pasture with a couple of friends that would eventually become St. Andrews Golf Club. It was here that the USGA and the PGA of America established their roots, the first national amateur championship was played, and not to mention the first national open tournament that included professionals. It was even here that the Mulligan got its name. St. Andrews Golf Club is where some of the greatest golfers from Jack Nicklaus to Tiger Woods teed up. It was where the Masters was conceived and where the U.S. Open broke Phil Mickelson's heart. And all retired men said in unison, "Thank God." Someone who might be less enthused? Charles Barkley. If you've ever seen his golf swing, you know what I'm talking about. But on this day in 2001, the Philadelphia 76ers retired number 34 in honor of Barkley, who played 8 seasons with the Sixers from 1984 to 1992. Charles Barkley became the 7th player in team history to have his number retired.
Hey, this is sports diva Erica Blunt. You are now tuning in to Chicks Into Sports. I am that chick that's going to tell it like a T.I. is.
Guess what time it is? You already know what time it is. It's WNBA Atlanta Dream News, yes. Okay, sports lovelies, you already know what time it is. It's my favorite time of the show where I get to talk WNBA and Atlanta Dream News, yes. So excited. Now, of course, in WNBA news, did you know that the Washington Mystics' Elena Delle Donne is an author? Yes, and has written several books. Now, according to the WNBA website, all access was granted to Elena Delle Donne's book signing. She shared information about her books, so just check it out right here.
Chapter 1. When you are tall for your age, there's one question that everybody asks you. Do you play basketball? These books came about because I love kids. Okay. The Hoop series is about a young girl. She's in 7th grade and she's 6 feet tall. And she has to deal with some bullying and just feeling really uncomfortable. Hey, good to see ya. My Shot is just a memoir of my life thus far and the journey I've been on, and I think, the biggest takeaway from it is how I've rebounded from some of the tough things that have happened in my life. And I'm hoping that in some way my story can help either inspire them or make them feel like they're not alone with something that they might be going through. Good luck. You'll do great. There you go. Thanks. You're welcome.
Wow, isn't Elena so awesome? I mean, so very inspiring. Make sure to check out her books. Support her in her cause. This is an amazing time for the WNBA. Elena Delle Donne doing things on and off court. Amazing. Now, I could not talk about my favorite team, the Atlanta Dream. Now, the Atlanta Dream, they're reaching their 11th season, and it's approaching quickly with the home opener set for Saturday, May the 26th against the Dallas Wings. Now, according to the Atlanta Dreams website, they're giving us 5 sports lovelies,
5 reasons to come to the home opener. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Number 1, Angel is back. Yes, she's back. 9 years of experience to the team, and she's happy to be back with Atlanta, her home. Number 2, Coach Nikki. We love Coach Nikki. I love Coach Nikki. Such an amazing lady and amazing coach. I can foresee so many awesome things happening. Now, this is her first season as the Dreams head coach, and we're so excited. Yes, we are. Number 3, 2017 WNBA All-Stars return. Yes, Lasia Clarendon, Tiffany Hayes, and Elizabeth Williams are back for 2018. Number 4, new staff additions. Assistant Coach Darius Taylor, Assistant Coach Mike Peterson, and Athletic Trainer Jessica Cohen. Yes, they are the new additions. Now, number 5. Yes, drum roll, please. Yes, sports fans. Number 5 is all about the fans. Without the fans, the game would never be the same. And you already know what I'll say about that. Game on, game on. Now, come on, ATL. Stand up. If I can run with the Atlanta Dream, you should run with the Atlanta Dream. Let's all run with the Atlanta Dream 2018. Yes, it's one dream. Let's go. Let's go dream. Let's go.
Hey, it's Alita Lee, and you are now tuning in to Chicks Into Sports. I'm that chick who's going to state facts and give you the tea.
Hey, Chicks Into Sports family. It's Ulrich Johnson, the male perspective here, and I have a question for you. Do you deal with lines on your face, wrinkles, puffy eyes, dark eyes, or stretch marks? Well, if so, I want you to check out Nerium. Nerium is a billion-dollar anti-aging company that is changing lives around the world. To learn more about this great product, please go to ulrichjohnson.nerium.com. That's OLRICKJOHNSON.NERIUM.com. Do it today.
Have you been injured in a car accident or a slip and fall? Have you found yourself at odds with the insurance company and unsure of where to turn for help? Let personal injury trial lawyer Lamette Scott maximize the value of your personal injury claim by focusing on getting the money you deserve so you can focus on healing. Catastrophic personal injury, premise and personal liability, serious auto, truck, and commercial vehicle cases. Call us today. That's 404-671-9172. Personal injury trial lawyer Lamette Scott. We're serious about fighting for you. That's 404-671-9172.
Welcome into Chicks Into Sports. It's Alicia Bostic, and I'm the chick who's here to be unapologetically honest.
Game on, and we're back. Chicks Into Sports is back in the building. I'm your girl, the self-proclaimed sports. They start with a wonderful guest. Christen Abbott is hanging out, master colorist and celebrity stylist in the building. And I got my girl.
Oh, hey guys.
Who are you?
It's my turn. It's your girl Bonnie, baby.
And Alicia, and we are going to be talking about another Christian Kirk, who is mentored by Johnny Manziel and Odell Beckham Jr. on what not to do, calling them big brothers. Yes.
Love it.
So one of the top prospects for wide receivers, he's an A&M star, and he has 2 big bros, in Johnny Football and OBJ. So I'm just interested to know, what are they telling him not to do? Because
I know.
I feel like those boys both have a lot of experience and knowing what not to do. So I'm curious to know what their advice to him was.
But you know what? That story, I really think Odell, he surprised me that I guess that was because he hasn't really gotten into any major trouble. But Johnny, no football. He could tell him a whole list of things of what not to do. But again, Odell being in the position that he is, of course, he does have the opportunity to tell him, this is what I did and this is how I am successful. What do you think?
I think you should always surround yourself with people that you want to be like.
Love
that. And they're definitely going to be able to tell you about their experiences through trial and error. And I mean, I've read several inspirational books that say you should always have a mentor, always.
Love it, love it, love it.
I mean, at least he's reaching out.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it shows really maturity on Christian's part, because he's been dubbed by scouts as a baby Beckham. You know, he's not a big guy. He's 5'10", 200 pounds, almost identical to Odell. But I think Idell. I was just talking about how I forgot how to.
Who does she play for?
I know, what team was that?
Almost identical to Odell, but I think that it is always great to hear from someone who has been in the business and knows what they're talking about. And those two guys certainly know what not to do and what to do.
I love that. I love that.
Speaking of what to do, we were wondering, what would you do to Odell, not Idell's, hair?
I would say let's go lime green.
Love
Something
that.
bold and bright.
Yeah.
He clearly likes to stand out, so I could totally see.
He's been playing it very safe with the blonde and the brown. Let's turn it up a notch.
There we go.
I love it. So, okay, we got the 5 for 5. You ready?
I'm
5
ready.
for 5. All right. What color would you not color your hair?
Like, that doesn't count. All of them.
Brown.
Oh, simple. What color is a tennis ball? Yellow or green?
Lime green.
See, I know it. If you could have one thing during a zombie apocalypse, what would that one thing be?
A Red Bull.
Oh!
She's trying to stay awake.
I know, right? Name one word to best describe yourself. Mild, spicy, or hot?
Spicy.
Love it. I love it. Now, when it's all said and done, what will your legacy be?
My legacy would be that she was someone who enjoyed what she did. She was very knowledgeable, humble, educational. Like, I love to educate people on what they get done. So I would just say that. They would say good things. Because at the end of the day, all you have is your name.
I love that. Thank you so much, Christen Abbott, for hanging out with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for having me.
Make sure to follow Christen on her social media page.
At TheHearBank and thehairbank.com.
Love it. Now it's time for my motivational moment. Now, it doesn't matter how slow you go, so as long as you do not stop. Remember, dreams don't come true until you what? You wake up and you go to work. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and like us on all social media outlets. Instagram. Check us out. Same place, same time, every Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. on Atlanta's 1100 radio station, 1100 Real. The game will never be the same. Come on, ladies. The game on! Look at you, Alicia, really? No.
I thought we were going game on first.